Wow. Wow, what a, emotional, you're not kidding. I did enough crying on the video, I'm not gonna do it now. Thank you very much to Forbes family for this amazing award, the Peopling of America. I didn't know you could make a verb out of that, actually. Now I do. It's probably a good thing that I didn't come through Ellis Island, or that my family didn't come through Ellis Island, because I'm sure that my name would be different. Probably like Martina Nova or something, a little bit shorter. Little did I know in 1972, when I took English lessons in my school, looking at the textbook, there was a picture of the Empire State Building. Little did I know that a few years later, a few decades later, I'd be standing here a few miles down the road as the crow flies, getting this amazing award. I certainly didn't know the expression "as the crow flies" at that point. When I first came to America in 1973, was a year later, I started playing on the tour, fell in love immediately. The big cars, lots of ham on the sandwich. It was quite a trip. And 2 years later, of course, I fell in love with the pancakes as well, put on about 20 pounds in 2 weeks. 2 years later, 1975, is when I decided to live here. This is during the Forest Hills, the US Open and Forest Hills. And I'll tell you a little story how I came to this country, because my parents didn't get here on the boat. I finished my match against Chris Evert. My manager managed to get me an appointment with the National Immigration Service down in Manhattan. So I took a taxi, or I walked, I'm not sure. Didn't have a car back then. And went there late in the night, about 6 o'clock in the evening. I had to convince the immigration official that I, in fact, was not a communist. Managed to do that. And left there about 10 o'clock at night, filled out all kinds of paperwork. And the guy says, "Don't say anything to anybody, keep it quiet." The next morning, I woke up, and the story's in the Washington Post. So that was my introduction to the American media. But because I came from a communist country, I was immediately granted asylum, political asylum. Got my green card about a month later. So I was safe. I was able to do it legally. Fast forward 6 years, I got my citizenship in 1981. The next day, I wish George Mitchell would have been my judge, because my judge never asked me what I wanted to do. The next day I got my passport, and the next day I flew out of the country, and the person at the counter says, "Do you have a passport?" I'm like, "Do I have a passport?" No more re-entry permit. I had my American passport, and I have lived the American dream ever since. Two things that happened then. If you were gay, you were disqualified from being able to become a citizen, so I had to keep it quiet. But in '81, once I got my citizenship, I was able to be free totally in every single way. So two things that I would like to leave you guys with, two thoughts. Number one, I hope that this country will make it a little bit easier for people to become citizens legally. One should not have to come from a communist country to be able to come and live here. And live the American dream, as I had been privileged to do for so many years. And second, even though I am a citizen, I really don't feel truly a full-fledged citizen of this country, because as a lesbian, I do not have full and equal protection under the law. So here's hoping that one day I, along with millions, not thousands, but millions of gay American men and women, will have the one thing and the only thing that is on the, as they call it, homosexual agenda, and that thing would be equal rights. I thank you. So I thank you truly from the bottom of my heart for this amazing, amazing award. I wish my parents could be here to see this. And I will keep trying to do my best in making this place, this country, as great as it has always been. Thank you so much.